Hi Signal Online, this is Sean Fitzpatrick and I'm here with Omid Singh, one of the comedians for the Cubs 3 for Free comedy show tonight. So I was looking at your website and I looked through your YouTube videos, and one of the things that comes up a lot is that a lot of your jokes revolve around your ethnicity, whether it's how people react to you on planes or other modes of transportation. I particularly liked the skit about you throwing the duffel bag into the train.
Thank you.
That might have been my favorite. Is this just something that kind of lends itself to easy comedy, or are you making some kind of comment on, bigotry in American society?
100%. It's definitely a comment on what actually happens in the States, because when usually you just see a brown person, you automatically first thought it's a terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is always to take that idea that they say, like, oh, he's a terrorist, and then flip it on them and then say, I'm just the same as you. Well, you have to first start by addressing the elephant in the room of saying, hey, I know I'm a brown guy, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about something else.
Is this something that you've encountered everywhere that you've traveled, or are there like specific, well obviously there are going to be specific parts of the States that maybe the reaction is stronger, but...
Yeah, there's definitely, like, if you go to like Ohio and stuff like that, it's a little trickier. But also at the same time, if they want to be on your side, they're your friends immediately after.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from place to place in the country, for sure.
What do you think's been your worst, funniest, whatever you want to tell experience with that?
My worst was at the college section I'm wearing the t-shirt of was at Juniata College, where there was 12 kids in the crowd, and we're doing a show. We had to do 45 minutes, but all the kids were there because they were raffling off the TV. Mm-hmm. And to win the TV, you had to be there before the comedy show started. You had to stay till the end of the comedy show. So I just had 12 angry, like, supremacist white kids just sitting in the audience, just like looking at me, just staring the whole time for 45 minutes, and I just tried to do as many jokes as possible, and just was a cold night. And then I got off stage, they raffled the TV, and 11 angry people just walked out.
Do you think a lot of this, I mean obviously because we're in a post 9/11 society, it's been exacerbated a lot, but do you think this is something that would have shown up even without an event like that happening? No. We got branded as terrorists after 9/11. Like, any brown person with a beard or a turban is immediately terrorist, which is ridiculous. It's a stupid thing that people just assume now. And no, it wouldn't have happened. I don't think so. I don't think it would have happened. Do you think your jokes are helping not lighten the situation, but make people think, next time they're on a plane or...
I'd like to think so. There's a lot of poop and fart jokes in there too, which mean absolutely nothing. But there's jokes that I definitely do for myself to help open up what I think is going on, because I don't want to see it happen later down the line. And the best way to do it is through comedy. Instead of going out and preaching and saying that something's wrong, let's trick them and make them laugh and realize that we're all together in this. We're all American.
So I know you've coming up, congratulations, you'll be appearing in Ben Affleck's upcoming film Argo. It's very exciting. What drew you to that project, or how were you approached for it?
I was actually an extra on that project for 3 days, and on the last day that I was supposed to be an extra, I got upgraded to a feature role. They saw me on set every day, and they needed somebody to do a part that they had just written into the movie. And so they picked me right out of the group, and I got to meet Ben Affleck, and he taught me what I'm saying and all this kind of stuff, and it was a really great experience, just because it was so unexpected.
Was that your first time doing a film role?
Yeah, first time ever. It was just a huge jump, because everyone usually, when you're an extra for years before you get it's just pure luck. It was just I was literally at the right place at the right time, and I got picked. And so I don't think I'm gonna have that bit of luck again, because this was a pretty big deal, but it was a fun experience.
Did you catch the bug, or you
No,
absolutely
the worst.
not.
Acting is so stupid, because you have to sit there for 12 hours, and then they say action, and then you do something for 15 seconds, and they're like, all right, cut, that's it. And it's just, why we were here for this long? It can't take that long to set up this camera. It's just, it's very and I need to move, I need to walk around, and that's why I like doing comedy, just because it's instant gratification. You get your jokes out, people laugh or they don't laugh, they judge you right then and there. You don't have to wait until you see what your final product is.
So you're going to just stick with stand-up?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Stand-up and writing.
Oh, great. Well, are you working on anything right now? Or?
Nothing big, just no. Not writing. I came up with an idea and I just haven't written it yet. But I have an idea for a sketch show that I'm going to write for.
Okay, so it's like shows rather than books or articles or anything?
Yeah, it's for YouTube shows, for sketch shows.
Very cool.
Should be fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we are here with Tiffany Haddish. Now, you were saying during your teen and then just now when we were talking that you've been doing commercials and you have shows coming up. And I was just wondering, how do you choose the projects that you're going to be working on?
I choose projects by the content. Like, does it match me? Is it something that I'd have fun doing? And how much is it paying? But mostly, like, commercials, I mean, I'll do pretty much any commercial. I'm actually doing a campaign for Planned Parenthood.
Oh, are you?
In Oklahoma. And then if it goes well, then they want to take it nationwide.
That's really cool. Is that like something, Planned Parenthood is something you're passionate about? Or?
Planned Parenthood is something, that was, like I said in my routine, I don't have no health insurance right now. So Planned Parenthood has been my everything, pretty much. If I'm feeling sick, I can go there. All I have to do is make a donation. They're not saying, oh, you owe us $237 because we gave you some birth control.
Right.
Or we gave you a pap smear and you owe us $75. Like, no, they're just like, it's on donation and they're looking out for your health, and I feel that's a good thing. And some people are like, oh no, they kill babies, but no, I don't think that's not all they do. They give mammograms. I'm 30 and I got a mammogram because I felt a lump in my breast, and I went to Planned Parenthood to get that checked. So it's like, I mean, they're lifesavers.
Right.
So, and when you don't have insurance, Planned Parenthood is the bomb.
So were you one of the ones that were up in arms, a couple months ago when everything was coming out about we need to stop funding? And
yes, I was upset about it, and I'm really pissed off at that politician that said a legitimate rape does not cause pregnancy. What? Excuse me? Are you a retard?
I'm not entirely sure how he thinks the female body works.
Yeah,
but
he's retarded. Obviously, he doesn't know nothing about the female body. And about men. Men are attracted to us when we in heat. They will rape you. When you're ovulating. When you can have a baby. Be careful. Real talk. Sorry. That's the truth, though.
So you've been working with Planned Parenthood, and you said you had a couple other campaigns. Have you ever done anything that, you did the movie for the money or something like that you weren't really happy with, or that you look back and said, oh, I wish I hadn't done that project?
My very first movie I ever did.
Really?
And I'm not saying the name of it, but yeah, that's only, and they didn't even pay me the money they said they were gonna pay me.
Insult to injury.
Yes, that was I feel like the worst thing I ever did, and I wish it never existed.
But since then, you've been happy with.
I've been happy with everything else. Yeah, except for maybe one stand-up show that I did for Comedy Central, I wasn't happy with, because I wasn't happy with that one. That's why I looked great, but I was not. Well,
that's almost as important.
I wasn't happy with the content.
Well, actually, speaking of content, so you recently performed in the USO Comedy Tour for U.S. troops in Japan. I was just wondering, when you're, doing a show for troops, college students, whatever, how do you change up your routine? Like, how do you decide what jokes to put in and what are gonna fall flat?
Yeah, it is hard to figure that out sometimes, but definitely I change it up. And like tonight, I wish I would have been more. I wish I would have did stuff that I do at high schools more, because I forget. They were freshmen.
It was a younger class.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was just talking, a little tired, jet lag, whatever. And I just wish I would have thought of that more. But you can't change, whatever. But as far as like the troops and stuff, those are grown men. They go through a lot of different things. And so I talk about, just being away from home, being away from family, being like, I know how that is. And feeling kind of like, you have to do something that you really don't want to do, but you have to because you signed up for it. And I know how that is.
So you do kind of cater to
I cater to the audience, yeah. At least I think I do. I try to, yeah.
What was it like going over and performing for them?
It was fun. They were super happy to see me. I was well received. And you could see the gratitude in it. Like, you could see how grateful they were to just have that hour just to laugh and be just not worry about what's going on outside, or we have to go, get on this plane and go get deployed into Iraq and kill people or whatever. Like, just to have that release, you could tell they were really appreciated it.
Did you go over on some patriotic urge that you wanted to see the troops, or was it just more of their Americans, they're people like you. You want to go entertain them. Or...
I wanted to entertain her. I want to entertain whomever wants to be entertained. If you want me to come and entertain you, I'm going to come and entertain you as long as you pay for me to get there. Like, I'll do that. So, and that's what I did. And it was fantastic. Fantastic.
Great. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here with Tim Young. So I was looking on your website, and one of the main components of it was that you were attempting to raise $35,000 for Room to Read in order to build a school in Nepal. And I was really interested about that because it's not a a charity that I think you hear about a lot. And I thought it was just interesting that you were so involved with it. And I was wondering if you could tell us more about that.
Yes. So every show that I'm doing this year, July to July, I'm giving $250 from that show to Room to Read. And I'm trying to get people to match my donation or any donation. And so I like Room to Read because you can actually buy something. You can if I raise $35,000, and I'm going to, so I can buy the school and then go see the school built or being built or when it's built.
Awesome.
So when I raise the money, I'm going to go over there and make a video of it opening or being used. And then I'm going to bring it back for everybody who donated. So,
what made you decide to get involved with that particular charity?
Well, I read his book called Leaving Microsoft to Change the World. Its name is John Wood, and it's a really inspiring book if you're interested in nonprofits. And it just inspired me, and I traveled to Nepal after I read that book.
Oh, really?
To see their work for myself, yeah. I wanted to go there anyway. And then I went over there and stayed over there for like 6 months. I got a tapeworm.
What was it? I'm sorry about that.
I thought I had a tapeworm, but I had to come back and...
Well, that aside, what was it in particular?
Well, you can't put that
really...
aside if you have a tapeworm, by the way. You got to go get it checked out. And you don't know how to get it checked out. It's very long. I mean, the tapeworm is long, and the procedure to get it checked out is also very long.
I can't even imagine.
Well, you have to, I can't even say, but you have to do something at home, and then you have to put it in your backpack and take that to the doctor. So it's this weird thing where you have like your own stuff in your backpack on the train, which would be a weird thing to get caught with.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to sit next to someone.
No. It's in a jar, or forget it. It's disgusting. I didn't have a tapeworm, by the way.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, but what was it particularly about Nepal that you said, this is where I have to, put my resources towards, and this is where I have to...
Well, that's where he started. He started in Nepal, and now he's branched out to I think 15 other countries, 15 other developing countries. And I've traveled through India too, so I just wanted to see Nepal. And I just was always drawn to it. And for good reason. I think it's really beautiful people. The kids are amazing, and the scenery and everything is cool about it.
How close are you to your goal?
I've raised almost 9,000 so far.
And that was, you said it started in July?
In July, so
Okay.
I'm only like 3 months in, so it's pretty good. Although I've hit up everyone I know at this point, like thousands of people. So now I need to figure out how to get like a second wave of stuff.
Well, I mean, if you want to tell our viewers, is there a way that they can donate if they want to?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to my website, Tim Young Live, and there's a little Room to Read symbol there. It says, help me build a school in Nepal. And that will take you to a video that I made that explains the whole thing, the whole project and what I'm doing. And then you can go check out Room to Read, and I encourage everybody to do that. John has really built it from the ground up in just a couple of years, and he's been on Oprah and all kinds of other stuff.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, he's cool.
So there you go, guys. If you want to give him some help,
yeah,
just go on his website and check that out. And we'll ask you one more question before we go, and we'll make this one a little bit lighter, less serious. In one of your YouTube videos, you said that a woman told you that you resembled Woody from Toy Story.
I do.
And I didn't notice it at first because I was just watching the video, and I have to say, in person, the resemblance is uncanny.
Uncanny?
Do you get this a lot? Or are you often compared to
Only when I go like
cartoon characters?
There, that was my Woody face.
That was it?
That was my Woody face. No, that woman, I get that sometimes. I've gotten it more than once. And that is the closest celebrity that I resemble, I think. But also, I look like Tony Hawk and the bad cop from Terminator 2. Do you remember him?
Oh my god, yeah, I could see that one.
And I also look like Steven Weber, that guy who was in Wings. You remember him?
No, I don't remember him.
That's an old sitcom. Who else? I don't know who else. You could tell me who else. Mostly Woody.
Mostly Woody, yeah. The cop from Terminator, but no.
Wayne Gretzky, I've gotten that before. Mostly Tony Hawk and Woody, which is a weird combo.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.